Hey guys, welcome to day 2. I have here my day 2 package. We're going to open it up and take a look at all the pieces that we have. Okay, there are my pieces. So inside of your day 2 pack, you'll have a scaly figure. You'll have 5 of these pieces here. 3 of them are the same and 2 of them look different. These are the structure for our A-frame. We have 2 roof pieces with holes for skylights. We have some dowels for our trees. So what we're going to do is we're going to get started on our painting. So I am going to put aside the trees and the roof. I'm going to protect my work surface and we're going to get ready for painting. All right, so I have my workspace set up. I have my work area protected. I have my scaly and I have the 5 roof structure pieces in front of me. I also took from our box the paintbrush, the paint, and I have a cup of water here for cleaning our paintbrush. So what we're going to do is we're going to paint these pieces. I'm going to start with the scaly. The scaly takes quite a long time to dry, so you'll want to paint that first and put it aside, and then we're going to put a light coating of paint on one side of these 5 pieces. You can pick whatever color you would like when you paint. I'm going to pick some wintry colors here. You have wintry colors in your paint kit, so it's up to you. So we'll get started painting. Okay, there we go. So I have all of those painted. I'm going to put them aside and then I'm going to bring over my roof pieces, so we're going to paint those next. All right, so I have my 2 roof pieces here and I have my paint opened and I chose the green paint for my roof. So I have that here and I have a clean paintbrush. So what we're going to do when we paint the roof is we're going to put, again, a light coat of paint on our roof pieces. And with the roof, we have these horizontal lines to represent the roofing material. When we paint, what we're going to do is paint in the same direction as the lines. And we'll do that all the way up and down both of these boards. Really, really soft, really, really light. You don't want to get too much paint on the boards because they will start to curl a little bit. So light coat, follow the lines, put on some music and start painting. Whew, that was a lot of painting. All right, So I have these painted, let's let them dry. All right, welcome back. So I have here in front of me our base. This is the base that we finished on day 1. What I'm going to do is place the base in front of me with the 5 ArchiCamp logo closest to me and the circle, the lake, frozen lake, on my right side, okay? And what we're going to do is lay out our roof structure pieces in the proper order for gluing them into the model. So you'll notice here in front of me, I have the roof structure pieces laid out. You'll notice that we have 3 pieces that have the same pattern, just like this. So I have one on the far right, one on the far left, and one in the middle. And then in between, this one here on the right side has a pattern with a hole in the middle. And this one here on the left side has a pattern with no hole, okay? So if you lay your pieces out in this order, this is the order we're going to glue them onto our base. So what we'll do, I have my glue here, and on your floor plan you have little markers. These markers will help you line up where these go. So I'll just show you an example. This one here has these little feet, and they will line up with the markers on the floor plan. This is where we'll put glue. We'll do that for all 5 of the roof structure pieces. And these are going to require you to hold them for a minute. So let's do one together, and then I can do the rest, and you can do the rest on your own. So we'll take our far right piece, and remember these have paint on one side. So what I'm going to do is put the painted side facing the lake. Okay, so here's my unpainted side and the painted side. So the painted side is going to face this way. All right, so let's put a little glue on the bottom. Just a little bit, you don't need a lot here. And we're going to take this and put it in place. And we're going to hold it here for a little bit for the glue to set. You can blow on it, you can hold it. Okay. So you may have to hold that in place for a little while for the glue to set. Once it does, it should stay in place. And what we're going to do is follow along and do the same thing for the next 4 pieces. Remember that the painted side is going to face to your right. And then on the last one, actually the last 2, the painted side is going to face to your left. So these 2, the painted side will face out. These 3, the first 3 will face to the right. All right, there we go. So I have all of my roof structure pieces in place here. It looks like this one's not quite done drying here. I'll hold it for a second. So what I want you to do is put this aside, let it dry completely. The glue, when you glue mat board to mat board, it glues pretty quickly, but these have really small little pieces that touch the platform. So you need to give them a chance to dry completely before we put the roof on. So slide this aside. And then what I'd like for you to do is bring out your wood pieces on a protected surface, and we're going to paint those up. I'll see you in a minute. So like I said, I have here my protected work surface. I have my dowels here. I have 6 dowels for the trees, my paintbrush, and I have my paint. So since this is a winter Wonderworld, what do you think we should have on our trees? They don't have any leaves, so I'm thinking maybe snow. So I have my white paint open here, my clean paintbrush. And what we're going to do here is just get a little bit of paint on your brush. You can line up your dowels just like this, and then just kind of start dabbing them. You know, imagine that there was like snow that fell on them, and it kind of stuck to the branches, to the trunk. So kind of dab your trees like this, give them a little bit of paint. I'm gonna do a little bit more, and then we'll see you when we're done. All right, there we go. So I have a whole bunch of snow on my trees. I'm going to clean my brush, close up my paint, let this dry, and then bring back with you your dry model and your roof. And we're going to put those together to finish off the top of our A-frame building. All right, welcome back. I have my base here with the house almost built, my roof pieces here, and then my glue. So what we're going to do is glue the roof to the structure. So these roof pieces are going to just come and get glued right in place like that, okay? So what we'll do is we will apply glue all the way up and down the edges of one side of the structure. Then we're going to put the roof piece on and hold it in place. All right, there we go. So we have the glue, and all you need to do now is take your roof with the holes, the skylights on the top part, not like this, but like this. And what you can do is set the bottom right on the little lip or the little edge that's there before the structure. So I'll rest it there and line up the right and left sides. And then what you can do is just drop it in place and give it a little bit of pressure. You can see when you're looking from this side, if you're pushing on it, that it will make contact or it will touch on all of the structure pieces. So I'm gonna hold mine here for a couple seconds until the glue takes, and then we'll do the same thing to the other side. Now once you have them both together, you can kind of squeeze on both sides of your roof to hold it all together and let it dry. So just hold this in place till both of the roof pieces feel secure, and then we'll come back and we'll do a little bit more. All right, we're almost at the finish line. So last steps here will be to build our forest and put our scaly into our model. So first what we're gonna do is we have our roof or our painted trees here now. They're all frosty and cold and have snow on them. And we have these holes on our base for the trees. So very easy here. All you need to do is take your glue, put a little bit of glue on the bottom edge of your tree, or a lot, like I just did. And then what you need to do is just take this and just pop it in the hole. You hold it there for a second, and then you're good to go. Now this is a winter wonderland. So that little bit of glue there is fine. It's kind of like snow, it'll dry clear. And then in day 3, you might even do some more to the model. So go ahead and glue up all of your trees, and then we'll talk about our scaly. All right, so there we have our trees that kind of surround our building here. And last but not least will be our scaly. So to glue your scaly, yours might look like this, yours might be sitting or be in a seated position. So just put a little bit of glue on their feet and just kind of cover them with glue just like that. And then pick a nice place for them to go and hold them in place to dry. I'm gonna put mine right here next to the steps. All right, so we have here our finished model. We have these awesome snowy trees, our frozen lake, our little scaly, and this super cool building. I hope you're happy with your model and what you've done and what you've created. Wanted to just give you a little heads up and a little kind of insight into tomorrow. So tomorrow is day 3. So in your kit, you'll have a day 3 pack. This is the make it your own kit. This is where you get to have fun and make this model yours and make it unique to you. So there's a bunch of fun stuff in here to make snow, to make some like little colored balls to make your building look like a little candy house. Whatever your imagination kind of comes up with, that's what this is for. So those videos are on the page. Right after day 2, there's a day 3 section A bunch of ideas are in there for you to follow along, give you some inspiration, but feel free to come up with your own. So I hope you have fun, and it's been great, and we'll see you next time. So one of the coolest parts of our Make It Your Own kit, I think, are these little logs. A little cottage in the woods where it's snowy, needs logs for the fireplace. Take these little logs here and make a pile of them out in front of the house. I'm going to put some more glue on top. That's pretty cool. So we have a little stack of logs here. Now they are outside and it's snowing, so I think we need to maybe put a little bit of snow on them. Just one idea for you for your day 3. I hope you had fun, enjoy, be creative, and we'll see you next time.